today. First, I want to thank the Lord. Through Him all things are possible. General Quantock, thank you. Thank you for hosting the ceremony. But more importantly, thank you for leading our military police corps with courage, patience, and most importantly, by your example. Appreciate it. Thanks to the entire OPMG team, past and present. I've been twice, and both times have been great. Different experiences, and always a good team to work with. MPP, thank you. Ma'am, you lead a good organization. We're small in number, but strong in power, I think. And it comes from the members of that team. Mike, Mark, Greg, Jonathan, and before that, Mike Flagler, John Libarger, Justin Harper. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'd like to recognize some of the previous leaders of mine that are here. Colonel Dolson, thanks for coming. And Colonel Smith, the shoulder boards are the ones who passed to me several years ago. Thank you for leading the operations team so well before. I did learn a lot back then that I've carried on, I believe 7 years ago. It was just over that you handed me those, so thank you very much. And Colonel Gibb, thank you for your words today. Thank you for the ceremony. Sergeant Major, appreciate it. Chief of Staff. I don't know if they're here or not, I can't tell, but I have received congratulations and thanks from several, Colonel Taradash and Colonel Freeman, who I know are very busy. And Colonel Nell, thank you very much. Sir, she was the company commander when I reported to Fort Polk.
And selected to be my platoon leader. We forgot that.
She pulled me over. She made sure Colonel Spain knew that. I don't know about that, but sounds good anyway. But it was a great place to start my military police career. I had been in for a few years before that as an enlisted man, went green to gold and stuff, so I think she leveraged that whenever she could, but she was a great company for her. And now her husband, who was in another company, which we shall not talk about. But that's okay. But it was a good time. It actually was a great place to start. I think the battalion there under Colonel Spain's leadership and several others just really got me off on the right start of what has been a great ride. Colonel McElroy is not here, but I want to thank him. He was my SGL. Which any of you know is quite an experience. I still have a photo I've shown some people of Captain McElroy and me at our post-graduation event, and he still carries the same energy. Walking on the tables, in our class on the first day of OB, just scaring the heck out of us. And then later on, we learned, what he was really all about, but, which is about teaching and mentoring and leadership. All my friends, peers, and coworkers that are here and not here, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're all great to work with. Captain Tia Terry, soon to be Major. I'm looking forward to that. Tia she was one of my platoon leaders. She reported to me in Mosul. Actually, I picked her up at the airport in Baghdad, and then we flew up to Mosul. I know Colonel Gibb realized that. And sir, we're in good hands because she's coming over to work at fellowship. Interagency fellowship for us. And Tia, you represent all the soldiers, the NCOs and the leaders that have helped me get to where I am. And I'm really glad you're here. To my family, Johnny Kessler, hey John, thanks for coming. Johnny, brother-in-law, happens to be out here, a great business of his own venture, but thanks for taking the time to come and be with us, Johnny, representing that side of the family. The California and West Coast clan as well. And Donna, thanks for coming out. I know it's not easy to get here from Ventura. A career civil servant herself. And I do appreciate it, and I want to recognize. Yeah. Thanks very much for coming. My kids, very special and important to me, and thank you for everything you guys do, the sacrifices you've made. and really just being supportive. And I do mean supportive no matter what. You guys have dropped things, you know, what you've got going on, to so when we had to move to new places, I tried to, you know, I know you enjoyed some and not so much others, but thank you very much. Riley. Mom, I can't top Jim Pontock, but I'll try. I mean, everything he said was right too. I mean, I do owe it to you and Dad. And I know my dad would be here if he could, but he can't. But he's here in spirit. And he was a great role model for me growing up as a Marine. He's still a Marine, if you ask him. And I agree with that. He really set the good foundation, set a good example, and he's always a mentor I can call back to now and talk to. So hopefully, you know, he's going to get better here soon, and we'll get him back on the road and come back home. But Mom, thanks for everything that you do, and taking care of him and taking care of the family out on the West. And we don't get to see each other enough, but I'm working on that. Someday I'll be able to spend more time out there. So, yeah, thank you. And thanks, Mom. Deidre, thank you. I love you. You have been there through some very difficult times. When we met, I was, of course, very busy. I wasn't home very much, just as an aide in peacetime. You know, there at Fort Leonard Wood of all places, but you know that as you know, sort of very busy was commandants. And, being the commandant of the MP Corps Regiment, they travel a lot, so I was gone away from home a lot. But even when they're at Fort Leonard Wood, the hours are very long, and activities immense. But you were very supportive in that, even before we got married and after, and also very much of a help to them. And you know, General Curry, General Ryder, Lisa, and Marie, they all sent notes of congratulations, and also wanted me to pass that to you. And then, you know, just after 9/11, everything changed, gone even more. And then had a short break while I went to school, got to Germany, and 3 weeks after getting to Germany, I was off to Kosovo for 9 months, and back to train my company for less than a year, then off to Iraq, and it's been that way for many years. I know there's many stories like that in here, so I won't go too much. Everybody understands what you've done with our family and for me. So thank you very much.
Cool.
And sir, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Thank you very much for coming. Reverend Brown, sorry, thanks for coming. Special. It was nice to have him here to do the invocation. Not just because we're members of his church, but also because last year when I was in Afghanistan and Deidre had surgery, and I couldn't be here for that. My mom came out, but Reverend Brown was also there for her during that time period, so thank you very much. Please join us for reception down in the conference room. There's plenty of food. Deidre's good food, so I know, don't stampede everybody.
Cool. I will test everything.
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
Good.